In this noisy world, everyone wants your attention, drama, opinions, negativity, endless distractions. People will try to pull you into their chaos just to see how you'll react. And the more you react, the more control you lose. But here's a secret few ever master. Real strength is silence. Real power is the art of ignoring. You see, the world wants you to be emotional, reactive, and distracted. But strong minds stay calm when the world screams for a reaction. They don't waste energy on gossip, hate, or small talk. They protect their peace like it's gold because it is. Ignoring doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're focused. It means you've learned that not everyone deserves a reply, not every insult deserves attention, and not every battle deserves to be fought. The moment you stop reacting to what doesn't matter, you take back control of your life. The truth is, peace is expensive, and you buy it with silence. So stop explaining, stop defending, stop reacting. Let your success speak. Let your focus roar. Because when you learn the art of ignoring, you don't lose people. You lose noise. Welcome to the mindset that builds legends. Welcome to the art of ignoring. Part 1. Why ignoring is real power. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers through calmness. Sometimes it walks away in silence. Most people think strength means fighting back, arguing louder, or proving a point. But real power? It's staying silent when chaos surrounds you. It's keeping your peace when others lose theirs. It's walking away from noise and still standing tall. When you ignore what's meant to distract you, you're not running, you're rising. Every reaction costs you energy, and energy is your currency. The more you react, the poorer you become in peace, focus, and time. That's why the strongest people are often the quietest. They know their energy is precious. Ignoring is not weakness. It's emotional intelligence. It's self-control. It's mastery of the mind. Because anyone can shout back, but not everyone can stay composed when insulted. Anyone can argue, but only a few can smile and move on. Ignoring doesn't mean you didn't notice. It means you decided it wasn't worth your energy. The moment you stop reacting to negativity, something powerful happens. You start hearing your own voice. You start protecting your focus. You start noticing how peaceful life becomes when you stop giving attention to nonsense. True strength is not in proving others wrong. It's in proving yourself right quietly, patiently, relentlessly. Let them talk. Let them judge. Let them misunderstand. While they waste time watching you, you'll be building what they can only dream of. That's the real power, the power of ignoring. Part 2. Ignore negativity. Negativity is everywhere in conversations, on social media, in the whispers behind your back. But here's the truth. Negativity only has power if you give it attention. It survives on your reaction. The moment you stop feeding it, it starves. You can't stop people from talking about you. You can't stop them from doubting, hating, or gossiping. But you can stop them from affecting you. How? By ignoring them completely. Silence is your weapon. Distance is your defense. When you no longer react, you become unpredictable, and that's what confuses negativity the most. Think about it. When a lion walks through the jungle, dogs bark. But the lion never turns. Why? Because the lion knows who it is. The noise doesn't change its power. That's the mindset you need. Don't argue with fools. Don't explain yourself to those who want to misunderstand you. Keep walking. Keep building. Keep rising. Negativity wants your attention because your energy is valuable. The moment you react, you give them what they want, your focus. But when you ignore it, you take back control. Every minute you spend defending yourself is a minute you lose improving yourself. So stop explaining. Stop responding. Let your silence make the noise. Remember this. Not every storm is meant to destroy you. Some storms come to test your calm. When the world throws negativity at you, don't react, rise above it. Let them talk while you work in peace. Because at the end of the day, the loudest voice in the room is not the strongest. The calmest one is. That's the art of ignoring negativity, staying focused when the world tries to break your focus. Part 3. Ignore opinions. Everyone has something to say about how you should live your life. They'll tell you what's right, what's wrong, what's possible, and what's not. But here's the secret. Most people's opinions come from their own fears, not your reality. They'll project their limits onto your dreams because they couldn't achieve theirs. You have to learn to ignore opinions, even from people who mean well. Because if you listen to every voice around you, you'll lose the sound of your own. Opinions are like wind. They change direction every minute. But your vision must stay still like a mountain. When you start doing something different, people will doubt you. When you start rising, they'll question you. When you succeed, they'll judge you. It's all part of the process. Every great achiever was once laughed at by those who couldn't see the vision. So stop seeking approval. Stop explaining yourself. Your goals don't need an audience. They need action. Remember, opinions don't define you. Your consistency does. Let them talk. Let them think they know you. The truth doesn't need to shout. It will reveal itself through results. You don't owe anyone an explanation for chasing your dreams. You don't need validation to be confident. The day you stop needing approval is the day you become unstoppable. So, the next time someone tells you you can't, smile and keep walking. Because when you finally make it, those same voices will change from you can't to how did you do it. Ignore the noise.
Trust your path. Let your success be your statement. Part 4. Ignore disrespect. Disrespect is one of the easiest traps to fall into because your pride wants to fight back. Your ego wants to respond. You want to prove that no one can talk to you like that. But listen carefully. The moment you react to disrespect, you give the other person control over your emotions. And that's exactly what they want. Not every insult needs an answer. Not every person deserves your reaction. When someone disrespects you, they're revealing their character, not yours. Stay silent, stay calm, stay untouchable. Because silence in the face of disrespect is not weakness. It's wisdom. There's a reason successful people don't argue with a small mind. They know energy is precious. Every second spent explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you is time wasted. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone who's blind to it. Think of it like this. When you walk through mud, your shoes get dirty. But when you walk above it, you stay clean. Disrespect is that mud. Don't step into it. Don't lower your vibration to match someone else's bitterness. Rise higher. Let your silence confuse them. Let your growth offend them. Nothing bothers a disrespectful person more than being ignored, because attention is their oxygen. Take that away, and they suffocate in their own negativity. You're not here to respond to every fool who tries to pull you down. You're here to focus on your mission. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Walk away from anything that insults your soul. Because when you learn to ignore disrespect, you don't just save your dignity. You prove you're on a higher level. Part 5. Ignore fear and doubt. Fear and doubt, they live inside all of us. They whisper quietly, what if you fail? What if you're not enough? They feed on hesitation, grow in silence, and stop more dreams than failure ever could. But here's the truth. Fear is a liar, and doubt is his partner. You can't stop them from speaking, but you can't stop listening. Every great achiever had to ignore fear to move forward. Fear told them it was too risky. Doubt told them it was impossible. But they walked anyway. They acted while trembling. They believed when no one else did. That's what separates the successful from the silent dreamers. They learn to ignore their inner noise. You see, fear loves comfort. It wants you safe, quiet, ordinary. It will tell you to wait, to plan, to think twice until your life passes by. But courage isn't the absence of fear, it's movement despite it. Every time you ignore fear and act, you weaken its power. Every time you silence doubt with discipline, you build strength. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. You just need to trust yourself, because fear disappears the moment you take action. That's the magic. Fear only lives in thoughts, not in reality. Ignore the voices that say you can't. Ignore the hesitation that says maybe later. Ignore the comfort that keeps you stuck. Your future self is waiting on the other side of fear. Step forward. Ignore the doubt. Walk through the noise, because everything you've ever wanted is beyond it. Part 6. Ignore distractions. Your attention is your greatest power, and distractions are the thieves waiting to steal it. Every beep, every scroll, every meaningless conversation is designed to pull you away from your purpose. The truth is, most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they're distracted. Distractions come disguised as comfort. Endless entertainment, social media, gossip, laziness. They whisper, just for a minute. And before you know it, hours are gone. But winners understand something powerful. Every minute wasted on distraction is a minute stolen from their dream. They guard their focus like a warrior guards his sword. You can't build greatness while checking what everyone else is doing. You can't move forward if you're watching others run. Ignore the noise. Shut out the chaos. Discipline isn't about doing more. It's about ignoring what doesn't matter. Every successful person you admire has one common habit: laser focus. They've learned to say no 1,000 times to protect one yes. Because success isn't about how much you do, it's about how deep you focus. Imagine your life as a movie. You're the main character. Would the hero waste time scrolling aimlessly or arguing online? No. They'd be building, learning, training. Be that hero. The more you ignore distractions, the louder your purpose becomes. When you give all your energy to one thing, the world starts to move around your vision. So turn off the noise. Step away from the unnecessary. Focus on what feeds your growth, not your comfort. Because the one who masters focus masters life. Part 7. Ignore the past. Your past is a teacher, not a prison. But too many people live trapped in memories, replaying what hurt them, what broke them, what they lost. They keep bleeding from wounds that should have been scars. You can't move forward if your eyes are always looking back. That's why you must learn the art of ignoring the past. Not by pretending it didn't happen, but by refusing to let it control you. The truth is, everyone has a story. Everyone has mistakes, regrets, heartbreaks, but your past only defines you if you keep returning to it. Every time you dwell on what went wrong, you give power to something that's already gone. The strongest people are not those who had perfect lives. They're the ones who walked through pain, learned from it, and kept moving. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Let it go. What happened cannot be changed, but what you do next can change everything. The past was a chapter, not the whole book. If you keep rereading it, you'll never start the next one. Ignoring the past doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care too much about your future to stay stuck. Every time you look back, remember this. You've survived everything you thought you couldn't. That means you're already stronger than your pain. Let go of yesterday's weight. You can't fly while holding anchors. Close that chapter with peace, not bitterness. Your destiny is not behind you. It's waiting ahead. So lift your head, dry your eyes, and keep walking. The art of ignoring the past is the art of choosing freedom every single day. Part 8. Ignore small battles. Not every argument deserves your voice. Not every conflict deserves your energy. Life will constantly test you with small battles. People trying to provoke you, situations trying to steal your peace. But here's the truth. Not every battle is yours to fight. Some are traps designed to waste your energy and distract you from your purpose. The moment you start reacting to every slight or insult, you lower yourself to the level of chaos. You step into fights that don't serve your growth. The art of ignoring small battles is about choosing what matters, protecting your time, your focus, and your peace. Imagine a river flowing smoothly. If you drop a pebble in it, the water doesn't stop. It flows around it. That's how you must treat small battles. Let them hit, let them pass, and keep moving. Don't let petty conflicts stop the current of your life. Every successful person knows this secret. Energy spent on nonsense is energy stolen from progress. Don't argue with fools. Don't respond to provocations. Walk away with dignity. Let silence be your strength. Let patience be your weapon. The people who provoke you often want attention, a reaction, or drama. Deny them that power. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay unshakable. The less you react to small battles, the more your life becomes about growth, peace, and achievement. Remember, peace is priceless. Don't trade it for a moment of ego or pride. Learn to ignore what doesn't elevate you, and you'll start winning silently while the world wastes energy on noise. Ignore small battles, and you'll master the bigger war, the one for your life, your dreams, and your inner peace. Part 9. Ignore jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy are like shadows. They appear when others shine, and they try to dim your light. People will secretly wish for you to fail, resent your success, or try to make you feel smaller. But here's the secret. Their envy only matters if you let it. The moment you ignore it, you reclaim your power. Envy is born from weakness and fear. When people see your growth, it reminds them of their own limitations. They may gossip, criticize, or undermine you, but none of it can touch your peace unless you allow it. The most successful people don't fight envy. They ignore it and keep moving. Think about it. The world's greatest achievers weren't busy defending themselves. They were too focused on building, creating, and rising above the noise. They didn't waste energy on jealous whispers. They let results speak louder than words, letting time reveal their power. When someone envies you, don't engage, don't explain, don't prove anything. The louder they become, the quieter you should stay. Success is the best response to envy, and ignoring it multiplies its effect. Every step forward, every goal achieved, every dream realized is a silent victory over those who doubted you. Remember, you don't have to dim your light because someone else is blinded by theirs. Shine anyway. Keep growing, keep achieving. Let envy be your reminder that you're on the right path. The art of ignoring jealousy isn't arrogance, it's awareness. It's understanding that other people's feelings don't define your life. Protect your focus, guard your peace, and rise above the noise. Ignore envy and you'll discover freedom. The freedom to live fully, grow endlessly, and shine without limits. Part 10. Ignore the need for validation. Validation is one of the sneakiest traps in life. Likes, comments, approval, recognition, they feel good for a moment, but they don't build lasting strength. The moment you seek validation, you give someone else control over your confidence, your emotions, and your actions. True power comes from ignoring it. You don't need anyone's permission to live your life. You don't need applause to know your worth. Every time you wait for approval, you delay your own growth. Real confidence doesn't ask for recognition. It exists quietly, consistently, and fiercely, even when the world doesn't notice. Think about the people you admire. Did they wait for everyone to agree with them? Did they pause for approval at every step? No. They trusted themselves, acted boldly, and let their results speak louder than any comment or opinion. That's the art of ignoring validation. Every time you stop seeking validation, you take back control of your energy. You stop performing for others and start creating for yourself. You stop being a reflection of someone else's expectations and start being the original masterpiece you were meant to be. When people doubt you, ignore it. When people criticize you, ignore it. When people try to measure your worth, ignore it. Their opinions are temporary, but your belief in yourself is permanent. Remember, freedom is born the day you stop asking for permission. Peace is born the day you stop needing approval. Power is born the day you trust yourself more than the world around you. Ignore the need for validation, and you'll finally live on your terms, fully, freely, and fiercely. The art of ignoring is not about being careless or cold. It's about being conscious, strong, and unshakable. It's about choosing what deserves your energy, what deserves your attention, and what deserves your focus. Because life is too short to react to every opinion, every insult, every distraction. True power lies in your ability to remain calm, patient, and focused, even when the world tries to pull you into chaos. When you learn to ignore negativity, fear, doubt, and distractions, you reclaim your energy. When you ignore disrespect, jealousy, and unnecessary battles, you protect your peace. And when you ignore the need for validation, you finally step into freedom, the freedom to live life on your own terms. Every choice you make to ignore what doesn't serve you strengthens your mind, sharpens your focus, and builds unstoppable confidence. Remember, ignoring is not giving up, it's rising above. It's choosing to grow while others waste their time in chaos. It's acting with purpose while the world waits for a reaction. Silence doesn't make you invisible, it makes you untouchable. Calmness doesn't make you weak, it makes you powerful. Peace doesn't make you passive, it makes you unstoppable. From this moment forward, ask yourself, what deserves my attention and what doesn't? What battles are worth my energy and what are distractions? Who is building with me and who is trying to pull me down? Protect your mind, guard your focus, and defend your peace. The world will always have noise, critics, and chaos. But the person who masters the art of ignoring will stand taller, move faster, and shine brighter than anyone around them. Ignore the unnecessary, focus on your purpose, and rise above the noise. Because the one who ignores wisely wins silently, lives powerfully, and conquers life on their own terms.